Hi guys, welcome to the Savvy Money Show with me, your host Sean. Now I get asked where I base my thesis on for shares, why I don't go into cruise ships and travel stocks anymore. When I went in March, made money and got out and didn't go back in when they dipped again. This is one of the reasons why. United Airlines announced layoff up to 36,000 employees. Travel remains depressed. Now, at the same time, they've announced that 32% of Americans have missed their housing payments. It's a third of the country. And if you look at United Airlines, it hasn't got down. Not enough to warrant that news. The market is pricing in too good a scenario. Even when bad news comes out, it's still pricing in a bounce back. Now, I think at the moment travel stocks are ones to steer clear of. We have over 3 million cases in the US. They've just opened the UK and we're going to have more cases there. So I think we need to look at what we think are going to be affected by the second wave coming out, and we need to look at the risk reward. Now, we have already been told by the head of Boeing, who will know that one will go bankrupt. Doesn't mean one's going to go bankrupt in a week. We need to think to ourselves, if there's a second wave, will an airline survive? If one goes bankrupt, how will that affect the rest of our stocks? Now, is the reward worth the risk? Are there companies out there that have the same upside without the same risk? Now, I'm going through on a weekly, sometimes daily basis, showing you companies with an upside. It's up to you if you decide to take them up or not. I'm not going to say buy this now, because I'm not a financial advisor. However, if you do find any of this entertainment helpful, please hit the like button. It helps with the YouTube algorithm and getting the video out to more people. If you haven't subscribed already, please hit the subscribe button and become part of the Savvy Money Show family. We're a tight-knit community who give each other tips and updates, and we don't charge for a Discord of any kind. You just write in the comments box if you want me to look into any company. Now, we have links in the description below where you can get a free share for signing up, but I'm not going to push you for any of that. But you have to have a look at the economy. The national debt has just gone so high for the US, and it's rising every second at too high a rate and getting to a tipping point. They're coming out with all these promises that they can't keep, the politicians, but we're used to that. As I said before, an honest politician's hard to find. Now, you want to think to yourself about worst case scenarios with these. That's why you want a company with good assets to liability to assets sheet, good balance sheet first and foremost. That's why when I compared Tesla's share price to Google's and their balance sheet to Google's and their shares floated on the market to Google's, because if something happened and there was a lockdown and Tesla got had to close all its factories again, if there was a second wave, think if there was a global second wave, Tesla would drop to 940, then possibly 640, maybe even 300 again. I doubt it would drop to 300, but it's so low, but they would drop to 640 to 940 range, because people would be scared. Those that had profits would take the profits and use the money to buy up the other companies that had dropped again. I'm not saying sell all your Tesla shares, far from it. I'm actually saying if you were someone who bought in at 640 or below, try and be savvy. You've more than doubled your money. Take some of your initial investment out. Either keep it in cash, or if you want to, put some of it into a company like Google, Facebook, you know, a company that grows no matter what comes along. And you need to prepare for this sort of thing. You can either go, as I said, you could put it into Google, or you could spread it around. You could put some of that in the Facebook, and you could prepare with TILs for inflation linked bonds and gold in case to prepare against the crash. And you will still have your profit in Tesla shares anyway. There's nothing wrong with hedging your bets. So if you did that, your Tesla shares today would still be worth the same as if, and possibly a tiny bit more than what it was when you bought them at. And they won't have cost you anything, because you'll have moved your money somewhere else, and you would have crash-proofed your portfolio and inflation-proof your portfolio. Now, as I said, I'm not saying sell all your Tesla shares. I'm bullish on Tesla. I'm merely saying I think there will be a pullback at some point. Don't get me wrong, I'm the type of person who does think it will get to 3,000 in the next few years. However, I also think that the price it's at the moment compared to other companies is crazy, purely because when it gets to 3,000, Google will be more than 3,000 as well. You need to look at your whole portfolio, not just have a Tesla portfolio. And same with travel stocks. If you made a profit on, United Airlines or any airline stock, you should be looking at what you could do with that profit. There are plenty of discounted stocks out there that aren't as volatile if there's a second wave, actually there's some discounted that get stronger with a second wave. There's some that give a dividend in good times and get stronger bad times. So look into some of these. I'm not saying don't go into growth stocks. I'm not saying don't go into spec stocks. I'm just saying with travel industry, be careful. I'm also saying when your stocks are at a high, be careful. You should have an entry point and an exit point, and you should have a trimming point, because otherwise you will be one losing money. Of course, I could be wrong. I'm just some idiot on the internet. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.